What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Synthetix. Um, I'm also going to be talking about the sort of the moves that have been happening within the US government, particularly with regards to securities and the Synthetix protocol in and of itself, along with uh, the investors that are hugely bullish on Synthetix, and talk about what it could do as a market cap, and as a price this year. Before I do, as always, the spreadsheet's updated. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would crash it in this bull cycle. You'd invested $100 into each one, you'd be sitting on a profit of $24,206. Add in your $2,600 investment, you'd be sitting on $26,800, which is pretty good. Phantom is currently at a 61x level, although it does look primed to break out. Once it has a daily close above 35 cents, I would expect it to break out up to the 50 cents mark, and back to that 100x moment. I've held all of these at one point or another, but I've cashed out my positions on damn near all of them. So if you want to see exactly what I'm in, check out Copy My Crypto. Link is in the description. This is my exact portfolio. I have built this portfolio to maximize the gains throughout this bull cycle. The layout of the percentages ensures that, and it also allows me to take a punt here or there on something I think could 100x. And honestly, in this bull cycle, if Bitcoin hits 288k, which I don't think it will, but the stock to flow model says 288k, then the altcoins go crazy. I mean, crazy. And there'll be some coins in the top 50 that will 40x from now if Bitcoin was to do that. I have no doubt that some of my holdings, if Bitcoin does that, are going to clear millions in terms of profit for not only myself, but Copy My Crypto members. So if you want to check it out, particularly before everything starts going up 30, 40, 50%, we've seen really good weeks, like a really good 7 days on a ton of the holdings. So now is the time to check it out. All right, guys, Synthetix. Oh, so Synthetix top price was around 26 bucks, 26 and a half bucks this year. So it's got about two and a half x ish to get back there. Synthetix was created by Kane Warwick under the name Haven. About a year later, the company rebranded to Synthetix. Now, Kane Warwick is the founder and a non-executive director of the Blue Shift Retail Network. Prior to Synthetix, he worked on several other crypto projects. He also founded Pouncer, a live auction site exclusive to Australia. Peter McLean, the CEO, has 2 decades plus of experience in software engineering, and worked as a programmer at ICL Fujitsu. The COO of Synthetix is a business strategist, market analysis, sales leader, with years of experience in blockchain, crypto, digital payments, and e-commerce systems. And the CTO is the former director of engineering at MongoDB and deputy practice head of engineering at Lab 49. He also co-founded Pouncer. Hell of a team behind it. Hell of a team. So Synthetix is built on Ethereum. If you stake your Synthetix, you can get some pretty good returns from the network fees. But more than that, I want to look at some of the guys that are pushing it. Now, Tiki Tawari is the founder of Palm Beach Confidential. Palm Beach Confidential goes through what he believes are going to be some of the biggest cryptos, and Synthetix is his pick. And he's not the only one. There's been a few sort of big investors that have been talking up Synthetix for a very long time. Now, good news for Synthetix is that it went live on layer 2 last month, which is a huge step towards completing the optimistic Ethereum level layer 2 rollout. Testing phase has been done, and exchanges will be enabled for Synthetix USD, Synthetix BTC, ETH, Link, and more are on the way. Now, in terms of the real positives, obviously Synthetix has and is a beast. There's no denying it. In terms of synths, or in terms of synthetic assets, Synthetix leads the way within the crypto space, unquestionably. Downside at the moment is there is some serious ambiguity about what's going to be classified as securities by the American government. And that's been a real issue and a thorn in the side of the crypto space for a while. The Ripple CEO, for example, came out and was Brad Garlinghouse was very frustrated with the ambiguity in the language that is being used by the US government with regards to what is and is not security. And they do appear to be flip-flopping on that. Now, if the securities laws or the language within the crypto space come down the wrong way, Synthetix could really suffer. You know, the big appeal of Synthetix is you can hold synthetic assets of equities, of commodities, of the Forex. You know, you can have a Synthetix version of the FTSE 100. You know, you can have Synthetix version of Google. All these things are pretty goddamn great, but the fact that they are that they have become more and more and more securities based, in terms of like the government are becoming more and more anti-securities within crypto, or more about classifying securities within crypto, has caused legitimate problems. What it's meant is we've seen a number of crypto spaces remove tokenized versions of stocks. Binance, I know, did that very recently for some of the stocks that they had up and running, and that could be a legitimately big problem for Synthetix, because if the users have to start declaring everything that they do because they are securities, there are legitimate issues for not only Synthetix as a company with regards to the SEC, but there are legitimate concerns and problems for people when they have to declare transactions, or they might have to be classified as a broker. Which is a downside. Like, but it's uncertain. That's what I do want to be clear on. It's really uncertain what's going to happen, and it always is within the crypto space. So that shouldn't necessarily put people off of Synthetix. It is phenomenal. The staking returns on Synthetix are massive, and they will get bigger as more of it is integrated with layer 2, because a big problem for Synthetix originally, and certainly during the sort of first peak of the bull cycle, where the transaction fees were so high on Ethereum, what you actually earned through staking was effectively disappearing because of the transactions you were having to do to claim. Now that's should now no longer be the case. In terms of percentage returns on staking, I will tell you in a sec. So, according to staking rewards, at the moment the reward for staking SNX is 0.23. You're better off lending the token. Now, that almost certainly isn't right. But here's where you have to check stuff out on staking rewards, because they're not that great. But you can check out My Container, Just Mining and Staked. you should be able to stake with far better rewards. Double check all of that though, because you can get screwed over on these sites. Now, I do want to reiterate, I am hugely bullish on Synthetix. And it was at one point a proportion of my portfolio. I got out of Synthetix, and partly down to the issue surrounding securities. Now, securities, when you are starting to offer synthetic stocks, that's a problem. Gary Gensler came out instead and has said stock tokens fall under the SEC's security regime. And there's huge benefits to tokenized stock. There are. I've always been for it because it removes a huge barrier to entry that a lot of people have, because most people don't want to work with a pissing investment banker, or a don't necessarily want to work with a regulated institution. And a tokenized stock is a really useful innovation. I mean, it's genuinely an opportunity to be groundbreaking. The problem you've got is, obviously, Gary Gensler has said that this falls under the securities regime. And the mission of the SEC is to protect investors, maintain fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and facilitate capital formation. But, make sure the rich stay rich is very much my attitude on them. So we'll see how Synthetix can end up being affected by this. But, because we've got synthetic Google, or synthetic Netflix, synthetic bloody Facebook and Amazon and Tesla and Apple and it does mean that they could be subject to problems with the SEC. And I do see the SEC really going for Synthetix at one point. And it's something that made me less keen on being there, being in the Synthetix protocol right now. I do think it's immense though. And if the SEC leave it the hell alone, it should thrive. This year, I don't see why it couldn't potentially reach a market cap of $100. Genuinely, it's only about a 9x from where it is, 10x. So that would only put it at a market cap of around 12 billion, which is more than achievable for something that's so innovative. Bear in mind as well, some of the biggest investors in the space are in Synthetix: Coinbase Ventures, 3 Arrows Capital Portfolio, D-Finance Capital, Frameworks Ventures, Alameda Research Portfolio, and Parafy Capital. Synthetix is amazing. It is, and it should hit $100 as long as the SEC stay the hell away from it. And unfortunately, with the SEC at the moment, there is no guarantee on what their behavior is going to be whatsoever. And that for me is the problem. Let's hope the SEC don't try and screw over another crypto. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think the max Synthetix could reach is? Let me know in the comments. As always, check out Copy My Crypto. You can see exactly what I'm holding, why I'm holding it, the huge gains that not only the coins have had in the last week, but the coins are going to have over this bull cycle, and they are going to be some really significant gains. So check it out. Link is in the description, guys. Take care and enjoy your day. Bye bye.